Hi Zoom and Fitness Instructors UK group. I thought I'd put this video together because I know Danielle was asking how I was getting on with the Brio webcam. First of all, I absolutely love it. It's just amazing. So I have gone for the Brio 4K Pro webcam, which comes in this very plain packaging. Now it's really confusing. I'm gonna have to get my notes up here because they both sound the same. But basically there's two versions of this. As Danielle pointed out, there's the Logitech Brio Ultra HD Pro webcam, which is currently £178.48 on Amazon, this is the one I got. Or there's the Logitech Brio Stream Webcam Ultra HD, which is currently £157.50 on Amazon, which is obviously £20 cheaper. So what's the difference? There is none. I've done quite a bit of research. There's just no difference apart from the packaging and marketing. So having done a little bit more research on this, it appears on the Logitech website there are two models, the Brio Stream, which is the more expensive one, and the Brio Ultra HD Pro Business Webcam. It appears they are the same, but the Stream edition comes with a 12-month license to XSplit software, so it's more designed for gaming and streaming, whereas the other one is more designed for business use. So again, it's more the marketing and the packaging and the way they're positioning each webcam. But as I said, if it's the Brio and if it says Brio and it says it's Ultra HD, you're going to get what I'm talking about on this video. So how have I found it? It's just amazing. I mean, it's so plug and play. So you just plug it in. You don't have to download anything. You get a little clamp to stick on your TV and things, but the other Logitech ones, it was built on, so you didn't have as much flexibility. So you can do that, or I've actually got a kind of a webcam stand. This is a 25-inch flexible clamp desk mount arm, which I can just move around to get the ultimate position. So what do I like about it? Well, I'm going to show you some videos in a minute to sort of do some before and after, but the main thing is the field of view. The field of view is incredible, so you really capture everything in the shot. The low light is really, really good as well. And the picture quality is basically like sort of seeing something that you would record on a smartphone. So even though it's really quite expensive for a webcam, £157, I don't think it's too bad at all, considering the picture quality you're getting. So, as I said, it is plug and play, but so Zoom will just see it as a camera that you've already got, and it's just good to go. But there are two, again, a little bit confusing. There's two pieces of software. There's Logitune and Logitech Capture, which I'll quickly go through now. Okay, so this is the Logitech Capture software, which can actually be used with other Logitech webcams, but it will automatically recognize this is the Brio. So obviously this now is the Brio that is being captured. So you've got lots of different options here. Once you set the settings in this, Zoom will pick it up what your previous settings were. So you can change your field of view here. You can have it on HDR. I can't tell the difference, to be honest, between that. By default, I think 90 degrees is probably the best because you get more in the shot. You can zoom as well. Zoom to zoom. You can go super close like that. Not that you'd want to. Autofocus, I would obviously leave on, but you can turn that off. It's also got chroma key as well. So I recently bought a new chroma key, like a fold-up one. So I'm looking forward to seeing on Zoom how well that picks up live chroma keying. Okay, so this is at its highest quality. This is in 4K, recording directly to computer, so this is not how it would look on Zoom. But before I do any comparisons, this is the onboard mic that the Brio is picking up. So it's not too bad if I'm standing quite close to it, but obviously doing a workout, the further away you go, it is actually quite echoey. So even though in terms of webcam mics, it's actually quite good, still not particularly very suitable for classes. So this is the only time you're going to hear the onboard mic. The rest of the video I'm going to use my Sub-Zero wireless mic. So one of the things I really like about this Brio 4K webcam is the three different field of view options that you've got, because sometimes with a webcam the field of view is pretty narrow, particularly for workouts. Obviously for a normal Zoom call they're fine, but for what we're doing, especially with lateral stuff, the field of view can be quite narrow, but this goes up to a massive 90-degree field of view, and you can select between 65, 78 and 90-degree field of view. So this is currently at 1080p at 30 frames a second on a 65-degree field of view setting. So this is 78. So of course, the wider it gets, the more we have to make sure that everything is clean and tidy. In my case, the kitchen, because it just gets wider and wider. So you can't keep shoving stuff to the side because this just captures everything. And this is it. This is the 90-degree setting. I mean, it captures everything. It really does. It's amazing. So this is amazing for lateral agility kind of workouts. I'm doing a workout on Friday called Everest, which is 8,845 reps, I think, which I think is the same amount of meters as Everest, the mountain. And there's going to be a huge amount of this, a huge amount of lateral motions. So this is amazing for things like that. Right, so this is the 4K Brio webcam as viewed through Zoom. So this is a recording of Zoom. Obviously, you're not going to get the 4K, you're not going to get the high frame rate. But what I really want to point out is it's not really about that. I mean, you might think, well, what's the point in having a 4K webcam for Zoom if Zoom doesn't support it? It's actually just the general image quality that I'm most impressed with. The light is, the way it captures low light is incredible. Now, it's a very miserable rainy day here. And yes, I've got all the lights on, but if I turn all the lights off, turn these lights off as well. Now it's really dark in this flat, but it's still capturing the image really, really well. So it's the general processing, the HDR, the exposure that I'm most impressed with. As a general high quality webcam, I think it's absolutely fantastic. And here we are. I've got to remember to look over here now. Of course, if you've got when you get the Brio and you've also got your internal mic, you can switch between cameras. So you could maybe set one up for floor-based exercises and then go to the Brio for your main wider shots, which would be quite nice, just switch between cameras. So yeah, here we are. So as you can see, it's a lot darker. The field of view is more narrow. If I turn the lights off, you can see that it's very dark. So thanks for watching. And yeah, just to summarize, probably the best webcam you can buy right now. And if you do find an offer like I did, I think mine was 28% off, and you're going to use it a lot, you're doing a lot of Zoom classes, then to me, it's just logical to get it. I mean, it's probably going to last you a very long time and you're not going to get better quality than that. So I'll just leave you with a few top tips. First thing I would say is get the lowest price Logitech Brio webcam that you can find. There are a couple of models out there, but they are essentially the same. I would definitely suggest getting a flexible stand so you have more options of where you position the camera. Be sure to download the Logitech capture software rather than Logitune. It's going to give you a lot more options such as filters and field of view and zoom. When you are on Zoom, select Logitech Capture as your video source rather than the Brio as a video source. This means that all the adjustments you make in the Logitech Capture software will actually be fed through to Zoom either before the workout or even during the workout. I'd select 720p or Full HD at 30 frames per second. Zoom can't handle anything more than 720p or 30 frames per second, so you might as well keep your processing down to a minimum. However, if you do want to offer your clients a really high quality recording of the workout after, then I would say record in Logitech Capture software whilst you're doing the Zoom workout. And then if you're going to do that, select either 4K or 60 frames per second to have a really high quality recording.